We now return to the Bob Huggins Show, presented by Little General Stores.
Welcome back to the Bob Huggins Show. Senior Jevon Carter joining us now here on the program. Jevon, thanks for joining us here this week. Your senior season, has it really sunk in with you yet that this is going to be your last year in Gold and Blue?
Yeah, it actually hit me last night. Actually, I came in late last night, worked out in the Coliseum, and just looked around and was like, my games here left in this gym are numbered. You know, I don't have too many chances to play in front of these fans, so I'm gonna try to make everyone count.
Absolutely. Still some games left for you, still some games left for the team. But after losing your first game of the season, you're now on a 15-game win streak, the longest active winning streak in the nation. What has changed within this team from that first game to where you are now?
The chemistry. We knew we had to come together and buy in to everything, to what the coaches were saying. And taking a loss like that, you know, you never want that feeling again. So we keep that game in mind and just make sure that we do our best to not let that happen again.
And I know Coach Huggins had said something special about this year's team is really your will to win, that there's been a few games that you've been in this season to where you've just found ways to overcome the adversity and really step up when it's needed most.
Yeah, I guess that comes with experience. You know, being here, I played in a lot of games, so I feel like I've been in almost every situation. So I feel like these games I know how to respond now.
Well, one situation you haven't been in is being the #2 team in the country until recently, the highest rank here for the program since Jerry West was on the roster. What was that moment like for you guys? Were some of you together whenever you found out that you were one of the top teams in the nation?
It was big, you know, seeing the history behind it, you know, having been ranked #2 in so long. It was big for all of us. But then it quickly turned around to we got a bigger target on our back. You know, we're #2 team in the nation. Every team's going to want that win against us. It's a resume builder. So we know every night we got to come in and fight even harder.
Yeah, like Coach Huggins said, the dog with the bone is always in danger. So now you guys got to hold on to that. And with you, we know it's all about doing the best that you can do to help the team win. You're not really concerned with individual accolades or anything like that. But earlier in the season against NJIT, you became the WVU all-time steals leader. You had 254 then. You're now up to 273. What was that moment like? Did you know that you were getting close to the record? Did you even realize?
I knew like right before the game started. They told me I was a few steals away from it. But if I didn't play with a good group of guys this year, last year, and the 2 years before, I probably would be nowhere near it. So I got to give credit to those guys. I just be in the right places at the right time.
And I remember talking to you after the game. You said you didn't even realize it in that moment because it was a close moment in the game. You guys were all in the huddle, and you said you were trying to listen to Hugs that you didn't even realize that it was being put up there on the video board and everybody was cheering for you.
Yeah, I just heard we in the middle of the huddle. Everybody just get loud. And I just hear the announcer say my name. I didn't know what was going on. And then I looked up, and then that's when I saw it said, like, all-time steals leader. But it didn't really click to me until after the game when everybody was talking about it on, like, social media and stuff.
Yeah. Well, you're going to be one of those players, certainly, that when people look back on this WVU program, you're going to be remembered for a long time for the things that you've done here with the program. But Coach Huggins had said you were one of the hardest-working guys that he has ever coached. You're always in the gym. And we saw that after the Baylor game. I mean, in the afternoon, you have the shoot-around. You're putting shots up then. You're getting shots up before the game. You play a full 40 minutes. You go through all the press interviews, everything like that. You get the win, and then you come back out on the court for about an hour or 2 hours, and we were standing out there just watching you make some free throws. You only missed one of the game. You were working on those. Just 2 hours after you had already played a full 40 minutes, you're just already working again.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's just you as a player.
Yeah. I just feel like I don't want to miss my opportunity. I feel like whenever I take a day off, there's always someone out there working and that's trying to be better than I am. So I can't control what nobody else is doing. I can only control myself. So I'm going to just work as hard as I can until I'm done.
Now, Daxter Miles and Beetle Bolden came out there a little bit too. They were out there working on some shots. And just you guys being out there after the game, does that really go into the Mountaineer mentality that surrounds this team?
Yeah, I would say. You know, and even throughout the state, you know, everybody's always telling me how proud they am of me being here and how I truly represent the Mountaineer culture, and that's just who I am, you know, and gratefully, you know, the people love it.
Now, you and Dax have really grown up together in this program. You've been here at the same time. Now you've given WVU one of the most experienced backcourts. What's it been like having him here with you to go through all of these experiences together?
It's been fun. You know, it's been a long ride. You know, sadly it has to come to an end soon. But you know, that's my guy. You know, we've been through a lot together, a lot of ups, few downs. You know. But we just looking to go out with a big bang this season.
Now, before we let you go, Jevon, one question for you. Are we ever going to see, as a team, you guys in the same snazzy outfits you wore at the Big 12 Media Days, maybe even Coach Hugs in his gold vest? Now, that might be a little far-fetched, but for the rest of the team, the gold blue shoes, the bow ties, is that ever going to make its way back anytime?
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see, and we certainly will be looking forward to that. Jevon, thanks so much for joining us. Best of luck to you for the rest of the season. Stick around. Much more of the Bob Huggins Show is coming your way right after this.
We'll return with more of the Bob Huggins Show, presented by Little General Stores.